Hey, what's up LGU? It's RahzellPwns again, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game of League of Legends. And this game has been gaining some popularity recently. As of today, it's had some videos posted on another gaming channel, which probably most of you are familiar with. And this game is classified as a MOBA, a massive multiplayer online battle arena, and you normally play in a 3v3 or 5v5 format. And right here, I'm going to try and split between doing gameplay, commentating on my gameplay, and just giving you guys a basic overview of the game. If you're not familiar with this type of game, other games like Dota or Han. But right here we have a gank set up, and I'm going to stun the enemy Cho'Gath, which is the red champion. And my two teammates are jumping out of the bushes to help me bring him down. Normally in the beginning it's just 1v1 in middle lane and 2v2 in the top and bottom lane. As you can see on the mini map in the bottom right, there's 3 lanes, one down straight through the middle diagonal and the other 2 going around the top of the map and the bottom of the map. So here Cho'Gath has his minions on our turret, and he's able to get in and get a few hits on our turret. However, one of his attacks clips me, and that makes the turret switch to attacking him instead of the minions, and that allows me to pick him off. So as you can see, these waves of minions keep on coming down, and it's every 30 seconds a new wave is spawned, and they just run down the lane until they run into the opposing team's minions or enemy champions to kill them. And so you use those to kind of use those as a shield so you get into range of the turret. Turrets will shoot at whatever comes in their range first. So you're going to want to let your minions get into the enemy turret's range first, and then you can walk into its range, and then you could start hitting the turret. Turret won't switch to hit you if you're hitting the turret. The only time it'll switch to hit you is if you hit one of that turret's champions. And right here I use my ultimate. Everybody's ultimate's different depending on the champion. I teleport down here and we're able to pick off the one champion, and we're going for the second one, Gurgot, the spider looking one. And since he's so low, I'm just going to swing around behind and hit him with a few of my abilities, and I'm able to take the 2 turret hits since I was almost at full health. Okay, so getting back to game mechanics, the main objective is to battle down each lane past the 3 turrets in each lane and get to the enemy's base and destroy that. So in that sense, it's kind of a tower defense where you want to protect your towers while killing their towers, because once you get their towers down, your minions will be able to more easily progress down the lane and help you push further into their territory. Another big aspect of the game is items, and as you can see in the bottom left, next to my champion's avatar, I have 3. You could have a maximum of 6. And in game, I'm just getting jumped right now. I was low life anyway. There wasn't much I was going to be able to do then. But yeah, items are going to play a really big part in how you build your champion. Whether it's like a more offensive or defensive, depending on your playstyle. And underneath that is a gold count. You get gold by killing minions or enemy champions, as well as other things like turrets, and you use that gold to buy your items, obviously. And right here I just ran from middle lane to top lane to help kill those 2 enemy champions. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of our teammates as well, but I'm able to push this lane to the tower a bit. So with those items, it's going to help build your champion. And there's 30 to 40 plus champions. They've been coming out with like a new champion every 2 weeks recently. And each champion has its own unique set of skills. There's 1 passive skill or ability, and then 4 hotkeyed abilities which you can use, and those are hotkeyed Q, W, E, and R. Oh, another important thing to mention is with those abilities you're able to level them up. Q, W, and E level up to 5, and R levels up to 3 maximum. As you level your champion up each game from 1 to 18, and each level you get a point to use in your skills. and you get experience from minions, which makes you level up. That's a big thing to mention. So here we've been pushing on this turret. This guy's quite low, so he's not going to be able to do much versus us three. Since he's so low, I decide, hey, I'm going to push in there and try and get him. My minions take the hits from me because they entered range first, and I'm able to hit him with a final card, or my ranged attack, and then this other Cho'Gath comes at me again, and I'm feeling pretty confident. However, he hits me with his ultimate, and it's getting me kind of low, and I'm thinking that he's probably telling his teammates I'm here and they could see me, so I use my ultimate to teleport out of there back to my turret's safety. So along with the champion's unique set of skills and abilities, you also have 2 summoner abilities, and those are hotkeyed to D and F. And those 2 abilities you can choose from 13 abilities, and those have just different effects. There's a heal that'll heal you and any teammates around you, or one that'll increase your speed for an amount of time, or slow the enemy for a certain amount of time. So you could choose 2 out of the 13 to just help give you a different dimension to your game. So I think I've covered most of the basics, and hopefully you have a good general idea of how the game's played, so you're not completely lost still this far into the video. So now I think I'll probably just cover the abilities of my champion specifically. So I'm using Twisted Fate, and he's a ranged damage dealing champion. We're about to get into a team fight here. The game progresses from small encounters early in the game to big 5-on-5 fights later in the game, and that really helps you push further into enemy territory. So my passive ability makes himself and all of my teammates gain 2 extra gold with each kill, so that just helps buy our items faster. My Q ability is called Wild Cards, and that throws 3 cards in front of me in 3 different directions, and that does a pretty good amount of damage if my items are based towards ability power. My W ability is my main ability that I use most of the time. It's called Pick a Card, and when I use that, it'll cycle between a red, gold, and blue card, and depending on which one I pick, it has a different ability. So the red one does a AoE slow effect and damage, the gold one does a stun and damage, and the blue one regens some of my mana, which I use to use my abilities. It regens some of my mana and damage. And then my E ability is called Stacked Deck. On every 4th attack, it'll do extra damage every 4th of my just auto attack, as well as increasing my attack speed and lowering my cooldowns a base amount. And then my R is my ultimate, as I said earlier, and it's called Destiny. That'll reveal all enemies on the map for 6 seconds and allow me to teleport anywhere on the map within that time as well. Okay, so as you just saw there, we pushed really deep into their base, and we're able to get their tower down, or turret as I've been saying, and now we're again pushing and getting into a team fight. So just like with the last team fight, we're easily pushing them back, and they're not able to do much, because once we have the tempo and are pushing them, they can't really turn around and fight back, since they're already low. And this purple structure that's shooting the purple light is called an inhibitor. When you kill those, it'll start spawning super minions in that lane, and those drastically help push into their base. So you can see here their final base has 2 turrets to itself. However, we're going to push back and get the top and bottom turrets as well, just to make it a little easier for ourselves to maneuver. But as we do that, the other team surrenders, because basically at this point it's going to be really hard for them to come back. So I hope you enjoyed this League of Legends gameplay. The game is free, so you could just visit their website and download the client and start playing today, and I suggest that you do. So hopefully you'll see more of these from me in the future, and if you like this video, please subscribe. Peace.